Okay, now for the fun part. Here is where you are going to start adding in all of your items to your room. You have to have a minimum, which means at the very least 10 items in your room. Some of my ideas include a rug, carpet, or flooring. Some type of furniture could be like a dresser or a bed or a beanbag chair or sofa. If you have pets, you could put in a dog or a cat or a hamster, posters, maybe you have a favorite band or like a favorite quote or something. You can put a poster on the wall, lamps, plants, TVs, windows, bookshelves or books, a closet, any other type of wall decor or even sports equipment. Those are just some ideas. You're not limited to those. If you come up with other things, feel free to put them in. But again, you have to have a minimum of 10. First, I'm going to show you how to add in your flooring if you would like. And then I'm going to show you how to add in some of the other stuff. But what's important is that you have to know how to remove the background on some of these images that you're going to be using. So stick with me. Don't try to skip through this. As for the flooring, what I would do is I would just come to Google and either type in like carpet or flooring. I already typed in flooring. And don't forget, guys, sometimes you use like when you get good at tech, you learn to use lots of different resources to get it how you want to get it. So for example, I was kind of scrolling through these and I was like, oh man, I really like this one. I'm like, but I don't need this stuff that's in the background. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to screenshot this bottom part because I don't need much of a floor and I'm going to use that. So I'm going to show you how I did that. You do not have to do this. If you find a floor that you like and you don't have to screenshot anything out of it, all you have to do is copy the image and paste it into your Bitmoji bedroom and resize it and all that fun stuff. I'm just showing you how, since I love tech and when I've now learned that I can use, there's always a way to make something work, even when it doesn't seem like it'll work from the get. You got to learn these little tips and tricks. Okay, so I'm going to open up my snipping tool. I'm going to hit new, and then I'm just going to snip from like here to here. I got that little bit in there, but I'm not going to redo it, but you would. Then I'm just going to hit edit. I'm going to hit copy, and then I'm going to go to my bedroom, and I put that in there from before. Ignore it, and I'm going to paste it. Control V. There it is. Now all I have to do, remember, when you first put an image in there, you're going to have to change the layout options. So you're going to want to put it in front, and now you can move it, and you're just going to have to resize it. And again, this is not going to be very aesthetically pleasing because I'm literally doing this on the fly, the seat of my pants, so I did no planning here. But let's say now this is going to be the flooring of my room, and this is where it meets the wall. All right, so once you do your flooring, I would definitely do that part first. Now you're going to want to start adding in your other items. So maybe I want to add in a plant. I'm going to put house plant into the search bar. And then when you do choose your images, you definitely want to make sure they don't have a lot of crazy things going in the background because you are going to be removing the background of the images. And sometimes when there's a lot going on in the background, it's not very easy to remove the background. So I like to find an image that only really has like one main color in the background. So let's say I'm going to go with, this is so hard on the last minute, on the spur of the moment. All right, I like this guy right here. So I am going to right click. I'm going to hit copy image. I'm going to go back to my Word document. Same deal. I'm going to paste it. And sometimes if it doesn't paste right, if you right click, you need to go over to this third option here. Sometimes they give you problems. Okay, now again, I'm going to change my layout options to put it in front of because I want it to be in front of the floor. So did you see how it was behind before and I couldn't see the bottom half? So I wanted to go in front. Now I need to remove the background, this white color here. So here's how you do that. It's a little tricky. It takes a lot of practice, but you will get it. Okay, so I've got it selected. I'm going to come up here to the Format tab. And then right here, it says Remove Background. You're going to click that. Now, by default, it's going to try to guess what you want to be removed. And that's what all this purple stuff is. And I'm going to show you right now. When I first started doing this, I was like, okay, yeah, perfect. Like all that purple stuff, that's exactly what I want removed. And then I would come up here and hit Keep Changes, and I'd realize it had removed some stuff that didn't need to be removed. So I've kind of learned, I'm going to undo real quick, that I have to kind of go in there and clean it up a little bit. So I'm going to start back over. I'm going to go to Remove Background. And I realized that it removed, like, it's kind of hard to see, but if you look real close, you can see these leaves are darkened, which means it's going to remove them. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit Mark Areas to Keep. And I'm going to try to clean up. I'm going to try to mark some of those areas that it wanted to move, but I don't want it to be removed. So if you notice down here at the very bottom of this pot, this purple-ish part, they want to remove it. I'm just going to click on it with this pencil, click, and see how it came back? That's all you have to do is take your little pencil and click on any spots that it wanted to remove, but you don't want them to be removed. And it should clean it up quite a bit. Let me try this. Hang on, guys. Let me keep doing this. Hang on. All right, so I did not choose the best image to try to remove the background on because of all these little tiny pieces, but I cleaned it up for the most part. Once you have got it cleaned up, you're going to hit Keep Changes. And then there we go. You'll see that it got cleaned up. I probably shouldn't have chosen a green background because you can't really see it that well, but whatever. So we're just going with it for now. Then I can resize my plant and I can put it wherever I want it in my bedroom. I'm just going to show you a couple more examples of how to do that, and then I will set you free on choosing your 10 items for your room. All right, so this next one, let's say I want a dog. Let's say I want a bulldog. I have a bulldog. And I also like to use the clip art ones because I find those really easy to clean up too. So I'm going to do bulldog clip art. Okay. And then I'm going to find a bulldog that I want to use. So look at this cute guy right here. Okay, I'm going to try this one. It might be tricky because it has a white background and a white on its chest. Let's see. I'm going to right click. I'm going to hit copy image as, where you at? Copy image. I'm going to paste it in my Word document. Hit this third option. I'm going to move it to the front. Move to the front. And now I am going to remove the background. So we're on the Format tab. It's still selected. I'm going to click Remove Background. Oof. See, this wouldn't be a good one because I would have to come around here and clean this up. Okay, sorry guys. I messed up. Okay, so as I was saying, that probably wasn't a good one to remove the background because the dog, a lot of the dog was white, but you still could try to clean it up. I'm gonna hit Mark Areas to Keep. And once you just start kind of clicking around, see, it's not working. There we go. Sometimes once you start clicking around, it does start cleaning up in big chunks, which is kind of cool, but sometimes it's more work than it's worth. So I don't know, this one's going okay, but notice I'm clicking some areas and they're not cleaning up and they're getting dirty again, or they're looking like, okay. So see, I'm slowly cleaning the pup up so that I can use it in my image, but that won't always happen. And then sometimes when you clean up parts of it, notice that other parts all of a sudden pretend like you want them to be removed. And it's like, no, I did not say that. Okay, so this looks pretty cleaned up. Now I'm going to hit Keep Changes, and I should have my bulldog. There we go. I'm going to resize, and then I'm going to put my bulldog in my bedroom. All right, let me do one more. Hopefully it's a little easier on this time. Let's see, what else should I put in my bedroom? Let's do, what should I do? Let me do a chair. Chair, and I'm just gonna stick with clip art. That's probably gonna be your best bet. Okay, chair, clip art. Hang on while I find a good one. Okay, so I went ahead and found my chair slash sofa so you guys didn't have to wait on me. And I did all the things I need to do, copy, paste, put it to the front. Now, just again, I want to show you one more time how to remove. So I'm going to hit remove background. And then I'm going, oops, see, gosh, it's getting a lot of it. So I'm going to mark the areas to keep. Once I click that, then I just kind of click around randomly on the sofa and see how as I'm clicking, sometimes it's only taking off spots and sometimes it doesn't work. So this might be a case where it doesn't really work. And quite honestly, I just learned how to do this. So it's very possible that I'm not doing this the best possible way. But this is how I normally do it. I just start clicking around randomly and hoping it cleans up. I'm down here and clean up the feet. Okay, that looks like it's pretty cleaned up. So now I'm going to go ahead and hit keep changes. And the other thing I want you guys to remember is don't forget you can use other options as well. So maybe let's say I don't want the couch on this side or facing that direction. Don't forget that you can flip it horizontally. So maybe I wanted it to be over here and it looks better, obviously facing this direction. You can also you can change its color. Um, there's all kinds of things that you can do to spice this up. So don't be afraid to really go beyond the basics here and spice your room up. So look, I'm even looking at artistic effects here. I mean, you don't want to go too crazy, but definitely, definitely, definitely have fun with it. All right, go ahead now and find your 10 items, minimum of 10. You can add more if you want. And then I will talk to you on the next slide about adding your Bitmoji. Do not add in your Bitmoji yet. That's for the next slide.